From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Good evening and welcome to OpenLine tonight. Such an important topic to bring you, so thank you for being with us. We are talking about the Affordable Care Act. Time is running out to get signed up. So if you have been on the fence, you have not known what to do, you're overwhelmed by the process, I've got the two best ladies in the state of Tennessee to talk to you about it tonight, and we are taking your call. So get to your phone, write down the number. It's also on the screen. 615-737-PLUS is the number to call. And let me introduce you to our guests. We have Mary Moore, the Navigator and Program Coordinator of Get Covered Tennessee, and also Sharon Barker, the lead navigator for Get Covered Tennessee. You are out there every day meeting with people, signing them up, explaining this process, walking them through. So if you have a question, these are the ladies to answer it, we promise. So go ahead and give us a call. In the meantime, let's start out with first giving that all-important date, January 31st. What has to be done by then?
January 31st is the last day to sign up for coverage in 2017 on the marketplace. So that's the end-all, be-all deadline.
If you want medical insurance for this next year, for 2017, this year, January 31st
is the last day.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you have today all the way up until then. And how long does the process take once you get going to sign up?
It doesn't take long. You know, it depends on your knowledge level, or whether or not, you know, if you're new to insurance, we like to take the most time that we can with you to make certain you understand everything. So it's kind of like a insurance workshop, if you will, if you're if you're new to it. So if you're very, you know, if you've had insurance, maybe you just lost it from a last job and you're familiar with it, it may not take as long. I like to carve out about 90 minutes per person, just to make certain. And if you're, like I said, if you're a person that understands insurance, it may only take an hour.
And when people see go to healthcare.gov to sign up, sometimes that's very intimidating to have to go online to people. It can be very intimidating and probably a roadblock for some folks. You don't have to go through, I guess there are different ways to go about signing up. Right?
Yeah.
What can people do?
So that's one place where a navigator comes in. A navigator, a certified application counselor, someone who's been trained and certified to help people through the healthcare.gov process. So if you don't even want to touch the computer, that's fine. You know, with the navigator's assistance, we can help you create an account online, fill in the application, choose a plan. You can also call the marketplace hotline and do it over the phone. If you want to do something kind of in the middle, you don't want to meet with a navigator in person, but you don't just want to call the marketplace by yourself, you can call a navigator and we'll three-way the marketplace with you. So we can give you some help, you know, with the application through the marketplace. So those are the three main ways.
Let's start here at the very basic question. Who can sign up for the Affordable Care Act, for Obamacare, as you know, we often call it? Who's eligible?
Well, pretty much anyone who's a legal resident of the U.S. Can sign up on the marketplace for insurance, but most of the people that we're really trying to reach out to are those people who are eligible for the financial assistance. And those folks are people who don't have access to employer coverage. Maybe they work for a small business that doesn't offer employer coverage. They might work part-time, so they don't qualify for the insurance at their work. They may be self-employed or even a small business owner. So those are kind of the most common categories of folks that we
do sign up people for TennCare on the marketplace as well.
Okay, well, let's talk about that a little bit.
On the marketplace.
All right, so because some people do not qualify for the Affordable Care Act,
the financial assistance, which kind of would make it unaffordable if you can't get that assistance. Then there are those people that qualify for TennCare. So the categories are pregnant, disabled, or parent caretaker relative of a child under 18. And those people can come, if they meet the income guidelines, can come in and access the TennCare application through healthcare.gov.
Okay, good enough. I promised we would take as many calls as we can today, and that's what we're going to do. Savannah is on the line. Savannah, thanks for being with us. What is your question?
Yes, on this affordable health care, I called to get on it because I had to quit working right now. They're trying to get me on disability, and they said that I couldn't get on it because I was not working.
Yeah, so I'll try to tackle that one. When we're talking about being eligible for the Affordable Care Act insurance through the marketplace, and talk about being eligible for the financial assistance or the lower the lower cost premiums. In order to qualify for that assistance, you have to meet certain financial requirements. So the income range for that is for a single person, it's anywhere from about $12,000 a year up to about $45,000 a year. So you have to actually fall in that category to qualify for the financial assistance, which is what makes it affordable. That's because if you're the financial assistance is through a tax credit. So you have to be earning money, paying taxes, kind of paying into the system to be able to access that tax credit to get some assistance back. Medicaid expansion was part of the original plan with the Affordable Care Act, and that would have expanded our TennCare program to cover folks in that situation. So we have a lot of folks calling us who are in the situation, particularly with disability. They're unable to work right now. They're in the process of applying for disability. But if they don't have any income right now, then unfortunately they don't qualify. So one question I would ask Savannah, one thing that we ask people is just to clarify to make sure, you know, is anybody claiming you on their taxes? Because it's based on your tax household. So if, you know, you're filing jointly with a spouse and they have income, you can use that to qualify. If someone's claiming you as a dependent, you can use their income to qualify. But outside of that, we would send people to the Health Assist program. And that's a program where you can call and they'll screen you just to make sure you really aren't eligible for anything. And then they can help you try to find a low-cost clinic in your area, or maybe a prescription assistance program if you're on prescriptions. And I can give out that number.
Yeah, let's do that. And I promise that we will repeat it later on the show, but this is the Health Assist program.
Yes. And the statewide hotline number is 1-800-269-4038.
Say it one more time.
It's 1-800-269-4038. Okay,
Savannah, hopefully that helps. Is probably a frustrating answer, and a lot of folks are falling into it. Oh, Courtney, our producer, is so great. It's right there, the Health Assist number. So go ahead and give them a call, and they may say, hey, you do qualify for one of these programs, and that would be some good news.
Yes.
You just never know. You know, a lot of people, and we've been saying it over and over on the news, we've heard President-elect Donald Trump saying it, this is his #1 thing he wants to do is overhaul the Affordable Care Act. And people say, well, I'm not even going to sign up then. If this is going to go out the window the minute he steps into office, what are people to do? Because there are so many question marks.
You know, I'm sure some people probably feel that way, and we do hear some questions, but we've actually had, you know, an increase this year in people that we've helped sign up. So I think maybe apprehension about losing it has actually urged some people to look into it, and a lot of them have been surprised by what they found out and wanted to go ahead and sign up. You know, we're encouraging everyone to come out and sign up.
You don't know what's going to happen, so you want to go ahead and get signed up to have it in place, because you don't know. It could go on. I mean, you don't know what the votes are going to be and how it's going to, you know, shake out. So get it and be in place with it, and just wait and see, you know, what happens. But we're pretty confident that, you know, if you get it this year, 2017, you'll probably be okay.
Okay. All right. We have Sabrina on the line. Sabrina, thank you for being with us. I understand you're having a hard time affording the Affordable Care Act.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the issue?
Well, I make about, in a year, around $13,000, and my deductible a year is $6,900.
Which makes no sense, clearly.
Did she pick a bronze plan, or did she pick a silver plan?
Do you know what plan you have picked or looked at?
No, ma'am. That just told me that's what it is.
Okay.
Is this, just to clarify, is this through the health insurance marketplace, or is this plan through your employer?
No, it's through Obama.
Okay.
Did you enroll online, or did you get assistance through in-person assistance with a navigator or application counselor? Or?
On the phone.
On the phone. Okay, so they probably quoted you some bronze plan prices. Are you in Davidson County, or? We'd love to
Help you
have
out.
have you sit down with us.
No, ma'am.
Well,
nobody.
You can, like we were saying, you can call. We can put you on three-way.
That's where I am.
You're
in
what?
Clarksville. Okay, we have a navigator who actually goes to Clarksville at the Matthew Walker Center. So you can call our 1-844 number to make an appointment, and I can give that number in just a second. But it does sound, I mean, at that income level, you should definitely be eligible for something called cost sharing reduction, which is a really long word for basically makes your deductible very low.
Smaller.
Sometimes zero, sometimes just a couple $100.
Yeah.
But in order to get that, you have to sign up for a silver plan. So sometimes, if you just look at if the person on the phone is just telling you the first plan that comes up, that's going to be a bronze level plan, which could have a deductible of $6,000. But there should be a very affordable silver plan option for you. So we definitely would like to get you with a navigator to look at more of your options in person.
And you still have time to change that. If you already enrolled in that, you still have time to change that before January 31st. So if you would go to the Clarksville Clinic, I think that's close to you, you may find yourself pleasantly surprised to see that you have other options.
Oh, I didn't know of that.
Yeah.
Yay, Sabrina. We're so happy when things can work out for the positive. So, Sabrina, we are going to put that number up. I want you to call it. And again, January 31st is the cutoff date. So
that would be the...
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That would be the connector number that you're seeing on the screen there, and that's 844-644-5443.
And we will continue to put that up. 844-644-5443. And we're going to be doing that throughout this hour. So you just stay tuned and get your pen and paper ready, and we're going to continue to give it. So you got plenty of time to write it down and make that call first thing in the morning. Okay, Sabrina?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You have to love that part of your job.
Yes, I get excited. I'm like, oh, especially when she says, oh, I didn't know.
Right.
That's the part that is amazing. There's so many people that if they just knew what they were eligible for, and sitting down with a navigator, that really is the best thing to me, because when you're calling the 800 number, they may just read off the first,
But why do
plan.
they do that? I mean, why not just really walk through with somebody?
I mean, everybody's different. You might sometimes you call and you get a great one that's going to go through everything, and then you may call and you may get somebody that's not as thorough.
Right.
So
that's a very positive way to put it. You're very kind. Right. So you need to sit down with someone here in this program at Get Covered Tennessee and just really walk through it on a one-to-one basis.
One-to-one. I'm telling you, she probably will be very pleased when she goes to talk to a navigator.
Because really, this makes a difference in someone saying, yes, I can have health insurance and I can stay safe financially if I were to have something catastrophic happen, or just even stay up to date on my preventative care. Or someone saying, I can't do any of this. It doesn't matter if I need a checkup or if I have cancer. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
And those numbers with her income, she definitely should be able to find something with cost share reduction.
Okay.
Silver.
On that note, on that good note, we're going to take a quick break. Remember, we are taking your calls. We're going to here to walk you through it, to answer your questions. We'll be right back. Stay with us.